Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. So I saw this narrative on social media circulating that over 10,000 Ghanaians are in Nigeria prisons. So when I saw this, I decided to make my findings. So I went online and I realized that there aren't any Nigerian media that is circulating such information. Actually, this information is being spread by Ghana Media UK, Ghana Media this, Ghana Media that. So it's been Ghana Media and the Africa Check link or something like that. So I had to go through to check their own information, and I realized that this African Check had privatized their website. So I do not know why, maybe because of this information that they released. However, Ghana Media is the one actually pushing this narrative online. So I decided to make my own personal findings. Alright, dear brothers and sisters, before we go into this particular information proper to know if it is true or false, let us go to Ghana. Now, for Ghana prisons is under the Ministry of Interior, and it is called the GPS, that is the Ghana Prison Service. As at 25th of August 2025, there were 14,133 inmates in Ghana only. Let me repeat it. For those of you that are shouting that, oh, there are so many hundreds of thousands of Nigerians in Ghana prisons, let me repeat this information. I come with facts clearly published by Ghana Prison Service that there are 14,133 inmates or prisoners in the whole of Ghana prisons, scattered across the 46 prison centers in Ghana. Do remember that as at August 2025, Ghana's population stood at 34.5 million. Out of these 14,133 people in Ghana prisons, 11.4% are yet to be tried, which simply means that 1,611 inmates or prisoners are yet to be tried, or they are awaiting trial. Do remember that there is a difference between awaiting trial and awaiting judgment and convicted. So, some cases are still under trial, yet they are in prison. They are delayed judgment. Some have not even been tried at all, yet they are in prison. This is to show you that those Nigerian bloggers that entered Ghana and decided to brainwash you gullible Ghanaians that there are over 100,000 Nigerian inmates in Ghana, that they are liars. Oh, 20,000 Nigerians are in Ghana prisons. They are all liars. Many of you Ghanaians lie through your teeth, and many of you do not have sense. Let me tell you, when you bask in your glory that you arrested and imprisoned hundreds of thousands of Nigerians in Ghana, do you know what you're doing? You are simply promoting agitations, and these agitations will cause some rifts in all these other nations. And when these people from other nations begin to buy your own people in their nations, you will not know. Now, the entire Ghana has only 14,133 inmates. So where did they get the bogus numbers of Nigerians that are in Ghana prisons? Alright, now let's go back to the figure. Out of these 14,133 inmates, 1.6% are females, which means that only 226 people are female inmates in Ghana prisons. And again, 1.1% are under 18. That simply means that about 155 or 156 inmates are under the age of 18. Now let us look at the interesting part, the foreigners in Ghana prisons. You know, I was very shocked when I saw this, because the way Ghanaians talk, that Nigerians are the ones spoiling their land. Oh, foreigners are the ones committing crimes in Ghana. Dear brothers and sisters, please listen to me. Foreigners in Ghana prisons, according to the Ghana Prison Service, that there are only 7.1% foreigners in Ghana prisons as at August 2025, which simply means that when converted, only 1,003 foreigners are in Ghana prisons out of 14,133 inmates. I believe that every sensible person right now, listening to me now, is doing what we call an urgent brain mathematics and putting 2 and 2 together. First, out of 14,133 inmates in Ghana, 12,522 are either convicted or already awaiting judgment. And out of these 14,133 inmates, only 1,003 people are foreigners. So the chances that these 1,003 people that are foreigners are amongst the 1,611 yet to be tried is very high. So what it simply means that these 1,003 people that are foreigners may likely be among the 1,611 people that are yet to be tried in Ghana. They're not even tried, yet they are allowed to wallow in prisons because it is not a correctional center in Ghana. So if 1,003 people are foreigners, and there are many foreign nationals in Ghana. If you go to the Volta regions, it is filled with Togolese, there are Burkinabes in Ghana, there are Cameroonians, there are Sierra Leoneans, there are Nigerians, there are people from so many nations in Ghana. The chances of Nigerians even being up to 500 will be low. So let us even say that the Nigerians in Ghana prisons are very high. There won't be more than 700 Nigerians in Ghana prisons. That is a simple truth. Because in the whole of Ghana, the whole foreigners amount to 1,003 people. I am categorically saying it that the number of Nigerians in Ghana prisons are not more than 700. That is the simple truth. So if in Ghana prisons that have 14,133 people, that only 1,003 people are foreigners, it simply means that about 13,130 inmates or prisoners out of 14,133 prisoners are Ghanaians. These are people whose 89% of the populace had already been tried and prosecuted or awaiting final judgment. So if only 1,003 foreigners, which is 7.1%, are in Ghana prisons, how come Ghanaians claim that foreigners are the ones destroying and committing crimes in their land? Now listen. If you're a Ghanaian and you listen to my channel or you watch the videos in my channel, you will begin to have sense because I come with facts, whether it is in alignment with your beliefs or not. It means that Ghanaians are the ones destroying their lands. And even the Ghana prisons with 46 centers across Ghana, they can only accept a total of 10,265 inmates. So with the population of 14,133 inmates, the prisons are already congested and underfunded. Also, the likelihood that only blacks are in these prisons are very high. Meanwhile, white nationals or the Chinese nationals that are the real perpetrators involved in galamsey and in other crimes in Ghana are allowed to go back home, all in the name of deportation. Now let us go back to Nigeria so that we will address this rumor. Is it true or false that 10,000 Ghanaians are in Nigerian prisons? Now let's go to Nigerian prisons. The prisons in Nigeria, which is under the Ministry of Internal Affairs, are called Nigerian Correctional Service with 256 centers across Nigeria, which is almost 5 times the number of the Ghanaian facilities because of the population in Nigeria. As of December 2025, about 64 to 65% of the inmates are yet to be tried, which simply means that out of 80,812 inmates, so about 51,955 people are there without being convicted, simply meaning that many of them may be innocent. About 24,903 are already convicted, while about 3,850 are just there for some reasons. So even in Nigeria, our youths are even suffering. Our youths are even being dealt with by the government. That's why government decided to change it from being prison to being a correctional center. So it is more of a rehabilitation center, a training center, a rehab facility, except those already convicted and are in death row. So those people are already moved to some maximum prison centers, all right, because their case is different. February 9th, 2026, the NCO, that is the Nigerian Correctional Service, reported that they have about 33,024 staff strength. So these staff include the uniform personnel, the medical professionals, and the civilian employees that had been deployed across the national headquarters, the zonal formations, the state command, as well as the custodial facilities. Now, in 2025, the Correctional Service received 184.63 billion naira, which is $150 million. Now they are seeking for more. And currently there are 10 study centers of the National Open University of Nigeria. So many inmates are currently in school, while there are so many graduates right in prisons. Do you know there are so many people in the correctional facilities that are making money and sending back home? They have a life over there. They make money and they send those money back home to their family. So they are not even wasted. So many of them are graduates. However, the last time Nigeria disclosed about the presence and the absence of foreigners in the Nigerian Correctional Service was in 2014, when only 0.3% were reported. For the past 12 years, Nigeria became wiser. Why? They became wiser in keeping such information classified. That is why you won't see any news channel or Nigerian blog disclosing such information, because it is highly classified. That is how you stay ahead of the game, and that is how you accept responsibilities. Countries that are quick to profile foreigners are countries that are easily pointing accusing fingers on other nationals for various crimes committed in their nations. Yes, in recent times, there has been various arrests of Nigerians and foreigners in so many crimes in Nigeria. When I saw the rumors circulating, I made some calls, and of course, the information is highly classified in order to prevent unnecessary agitations and retaliations that will erupt via social media. However, the embassies or the consulates are communicated. Such informations are highly classified. However, many newly arrested foreigners are deported back to their countries to face their law over there due to the congestion of the Nigerian Correctional Center, as well as the increased budgets made annually. You know, Nigeria Correctional Center is not like prisons in other nations, but in Nigeria they are being trained. They are involved in basketball, in so many activities, pending their trial, pending judgment, or pending a conviction, as well as pending the time of release. As for the 10,000 Ghanaians being in Nigerian Correctional Facility, they said that they cannot say if it is true or false, or if there are more. But that such informations, even if it is true, is highly classified in Nigeria and cannot be released. Any figure out there about foreigners in Nigerian correctional centers are likely a leaked data from the Ghana consulate, or a guessed figure, or exaggerated figures. Either way, such figure is unfounded and likely purported to spread unnecessary gloating or even agitation.